They say love heals, but for twin flames, love burns first. Everyone wants union, but no one talks about what comes before it: the illusions, the breakdowns, the soul crushing tests that feel like the universe is ripping you open. These are not obstacles, they are initiations. Only the awakened twin flame survives what comes next. Let's dive into the 7 soul shaping initiations every awakened twin flame must endure before union becomes possible. The twin flame journey begins with a mirror, and no, not a gentle one. It is the kind of a reflection that strips away every identity you have built to feel safe, loved, or accepted. When you meet your twin flame, it is like someone holds a divine mirror to your soul, and suddenly you are staring at every fear, insecurity, and hidden wound you have tried to avoid. They don't even have to say anything. Their presence alone brings everything to the surface. The masks fall, the shadows appear, and there is nowhere to hide. Most people mistake this moment for romantic magic, but it's not just about the butterflies or longing, it is the activation of your deepest healing. You might feel exposed, triggered, even repelled, and that is the test. Will you face your own reflection or will you run from it? Because until you truly see yourself, all of yourself, you can't meet them at a soul level. The mirror test is brutal, but it is also sacred. It marks the beginning of awakening and the end of who you used to be. After the mirror shatters your illusions, comes the silence. This is the part of the journey where they pull away or disappear altogether. The runner runs, the connection goes cold, and you are left alone with a heart that still feels everything but hears nothing. No closure, no explanation, just an invisible thread that still burns in your chest. This test is agonizing because it is not just about missing someone, it's about being abandoned right after touching something sacred. You start questioning everything. Was it real? Was I just delusional? Why would something so divine leave me in the dark? But here is the hidden truth. The silence is not the punishment, it's space, a sacred void designed to bring you back to your own soul's voice. When the outside goes quiet, your inner world becomes louder. This is where the awakening deepens. If you can stay present in the silence, instead of chasing, obsessing, or shutting down, you will begin to hear something deeper. You. This is where most twin flames break. After the silence comes a desperate urge to fix it, to reach out, to force clarity, to make them see what you felt. But the third test doesn't ask you to fight harder. It asks you to do one thing that feels impossible. Let go. Not of the love, but of the control. The twin flame journey will strip you of every illusion. That love means possession, timing, or guarantees. You will realize painfully that no amount of effort, energy work, or overthinking can force a soul into readiness. This test teaches you to release obsession, the outcome, and even your need for answers. Because union is not something you chase, it is something you align with. And that alignment only comes through surrender. The moment you stop gripping, stop begging universe for signs, stop trying to control your path, something shifts. You start feeling peace without closure, love without possession, presence without needing proof. That is the surrender, and it is the gateway to everything real. After surrender, something unexpected happens. Your world doesn't go quiet, it starts to fall apart. Old dreams, old identities, old beliefs, they begin to unravel. You realize you are no longer the person who first met your twin flame, but you are also not yet who you are becoming. Welcome to ego death, the fourth soul test. This is not some poetic metaphor. It is full body, soul level breakdown. You may feel lost, empty, unrecognizable to yourself. The people around you might not understand what is happening. Your mind may try to cling to old version of you, the fixer, the chaser, the overgiver, the perfectionist, but none of them fit anymore. This test forces you to watch the false self burn layer by layer so the truth beneath it can finally emerge. It is painful, yes, but it is sacred because what dies here was never you to begin with. Ego death is not the end, it is the soul's rebirth. After the ego dies, a deeper truth begins to surface and it hits you like quite a revelation. This journey was never about them. The connection may have sparked your awakening, but the fire is meant to light something far bigger than a romance. This is the fifth soul test. Discovering your purpose. It comes in the fragments at first. A pull towards healing, creativity, service, or expression. You start feeling called to something higher, and suddenly the pain has context. The separation was not just abandonment, it was redirection. You realize your soul chose this connection not only to experience divine love, but to awaken your mission on earth. Whether that is guiding others, creating something meaningful, or simply living with radical authenticity, this test activates your why. You no longer live for the reunion, you live from a place of soul alignment, and that shift is magnetic. Because your purpose, it is what draws everything and everyone that is meant for you. This is the test most people resist. Because after all the pain, the soul work, the tears, how could union still not be guaranteed? But that is the sixth soul test, wholeness without them. It asks you to stop waiting, to stop defining yourself by what they are doing, feeling, or choosing. It's not detachment in a cold way, it's liberation. You begin to understand. The love you felt with them was a mirror of love buried inside you all along. And now it's time to embody that. Not for the relationship, not to manifest them back, but because you are whole. In this phase, you may begin creating, thriving, even attracting new experiences or soulmates. And it's not betrayal, it's expansion. You are no longer chasing the feeling, you are the feeling. That's what this test unlocks. A love that doesn't clench, doesn't beg, doesn't ache to be chosen. Because now you have chosen yourself. After everything, they may return. Not always, not on your timeline, but sometimes they feel the shift in you. The runner slows, the silence softens, a message appears, and suddenly you are standing at the most sacred crossroads of all. Not between them and someone else, but between who you were and who you have become. The final test is this. Will you fall back into old cycles? The fear, the obsession, the need to be chosen? Or will you hold your frequency, anchored in love, but no longer in lack? This isn't about whether union happens or not. It's about whether you choose from fear or from truth. Because even if they return, the dynamic will only shift if you have. Love is not proven by reunion. It's proven by who you choose to be, with or without them. This is the final test. Not of the connection, but of your wholeness. These seven soul tests are not punishments, they are preparations. If you are walking this path, you are not meant to stay the same. You are meant to rise, to awaken, to remember who you truly are. And maybe, just maybe, union is not a destination, it's a reflection of inner union you have been building all along. If this spoke to your soul, let it ripple. Like, share, or drop a comment below. Which of these soul tests hit you hardest? I will be reading everyone. Until next time, stay awake, stay grounded, and stay in the mystery.